What's up guys? Today we are reviewing the JANSNO X50 electric bike. This bike is super popular on Amazon. It's under $900, has a throttle and can go 30 miles an hour. So we're super hyped. We're gonna get it unboxed, put it together, head out on a ride and tell you guys if it's worth the money. We got the JANSNO X50 all put together. It wasn't too hard to assemble. We had to put the seat on, front wheel on, your handlebars on, light, turn signals. The battery just pops right on, so it wasn't too bad to assemble. Let's go over the specs on this bad boy. So we have a 750 watt rear hub motor. We also have a 7-speed gear and derailleur set on here, so you can actually do pedal assist where you pedal and the motor adds electric power to your legs, or you also have a throttle built in, so it's actually a twist throttle. So you twist it and it will straight up go. That's more like a motorcycle, which we actually really like, opposed to say a thumb throttle. You've got your gear shifter right here. You can go down and up, pretty nice and simple. You've got cable actuated disc brakes. They're not the highest quality brakes, but they're gonna get the job done. We have a headlight built in. We also have turn signals, which is super cool. You can flick a lever right here. You can see them turn, and then you can pop your headlight on right on the same switch here. You also have a horn. That's a really loud horn, so that's gonna keep you safe out in traffic. Let's move on. So battery. So we have a 48 volt, 12.8 amp hour battery. This is a removable battery. It even has a on-off switch, which is super cool. And it takes about 5 to 6 hours to charge from all the way dead. Now, this bike comes locked from the factory at 15 miles an hour or 25 kilometers an hour. There is an unlock method. Quoted range with throttle only is gonna be about 30 miles at that 15 mile per hour speed, or if you're pedaling and using throttle, you can supposedly get up to closer to 40 miles. Now, you can unlock this bike, and the factory even shows you how to do it. We'll be doing that a little later in the video. You can unlock the controller to get a faster top speed. So we'll be unlocking it, and out on our ride, we'll test the true top speed and really see what it can do. Because that 750 watt hub motor should go quite a bit quicker than 15 miles an hour. So that's super cool. We also have a tail light here with the built-in turn signals. So when you flip your switch, that's pretty nice looking. I don't imagine this is extremely bright, but it is a great feature to have. Let's go over what comes in the box, because they basically give you everything you need to actually build the bike and get started. They give you this pump to pump up your tires. It is a very, very low quality pump, but it should get the job done for your first initial pump up. We got your key. This is gonna be to put on your pedals. They give you a nice Allen wrench set to assemble the rest of the bike. They even give you a lock with some keys, and then this is a phone mount holder. So all that comes in the box. They even give you a QR code to scan to know how to assemble the bike, which is a really nice touch. Let's go over the suspension. So we do have dual suspension. We've got our front fork right here, rear shock right here. They don't have a ton of suspension travel, but they're gonna take the harshness off those bumps on the road and kind of make the ride a little bit smoother. So let's talk about the price. So this bike is priced just under $900 on Amazon, so it is readily available, easy to purchase, and that's about the quality level that you feel with this bike. It is not a several $1,000 e-bike, and it doesn't feel that way. It does feel a little bit lower quality, but for that price point, I think it's a great value. It's really gonna get the job done, and it's gonna get you on an e-bike that you can really cruise around town, cruise around the neighborhood on. And in our ride, we're gonna go on right after this clip. You guys will kind of see how it really holds up. We'll unlock the bike and see what speed we can achieve, and that will let you guys know if you wanna purchase this. If you guys are interested, there'll be a link down in our description. Head over to the Amazon store and you'll be able to purchase, and you'll be able to get out on the road just like us. We'll see you out on the ride.
We're gonna show you how to unlock it real quick. The seat actually comes off the bike when you get it, but we forgot to unlock it, so take it back off. We're gonna show you how to unlock the bike real quick. The seat comes off when you get it, so I would do it before you put the seat on. We forgot to, so we're taking it back off. Apparently you just have to unplug a wire from the controller and then it'll go close to 30 miles an hour, I think. All right, we got the seat off. It's super easy. It's just sitting right here. You get this wire, unplug it. You're good to go. Goes fast now. Get your seat put on. We also got this phone mount put on. It's not very stable. I'm scared it's just gonna fall off. That's it. And we also found out there's a USB right here. You can charge your phone or whatever. There's also a USB right here. So you're good to go. You have plenty of charge. Let's take this out on a ride and see how fast it goes.
All right, guys, we are out on the first ride on this JANSNO. We just cut that speed limiter, so we'll be able to do a top speed run in a minute. But if you guys like this kind of content, e-bike reviews, scooter reviews, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. And if you're interested in this exact bike, go check that link in our description. Go head over to their Amazon store and pick one up. Okay, let's keep on with this review. All right, guys, we are out on our first ride on this bike, and we'll go over our first impressions. We'll do a top speed run, see how fast we can go after we cut that wire, and we'll kind of talk about some of the features a little bit. So far, it's really smooth. This kind of twist throttle here is really responsive. It's a lot more responsive than a lot of the actual more expensive e-bikes that we've tested. Most e-bikes also have a thumb throttle like this, and I really like that we've got a trigger. Okay, we're gonna do a top speed run now. My speedo is in kilometers an hour. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know how to change it to miles an hour, but I have my trusty GPS cycling computer here to tell us how fast we're going. So, we're on a very slight downhill here. We're doing 27 miles an hour. So the max speed we achieved on the slight downhill was 30.6 miles an hour on the GPS computer. That's really good for this bike. Like, the cost of this bike, that's really impressive. On flat, I was getting between 26 and 28 miles an hour. It does take a while to get there. It doesn't have excessive power, but it is nice that they don't actually have a limit to this bike, because a lot of e-bikes in these classes just have an RPM limit where you can only get to, say, 20 miles an hour, or even another limit at 28. But this bike goes well past 28, pushing up into the 30s, which is nice, especially if you're going downhill and you want to go even faster. Once you hit a hill, it does slow down pretty drastically. So that's a little bit disappointing, but what do you expect from a bike that's only $800? Like, this bike's really impressive for $800. The fit and finish isn't amazing, but again, it's only $800. This is like one of the least expensive e-bikes you can purchase. I like that it does have gears, so you can shift that rear derailleur, get yourself in the optimal gear for pedaling. This bike does have pedal assist, so when you pedal, it does engage the motor. You can turn it off, so you can go to mode 0 on the screen, and it will just become a pedal bike. Once you turn it up, I can feel the motor adding power. We do have a phone mount you can attach your phone to, which is nice. We do have turn signals down here, which is super cool. I also like that this bike is a little bit bigger than some of the other supermoto style e-bikes that we've tested in this price category. The seat is up higher. I'm a really tall guy. I'm actually 6'3", and I have long legs, but I can still pedal this bike comfortably and feel comfortable on the handlebars. They're nice and tall. So I feel comfortable on this bike. Fits nice. I can cruise it around. I'm about 185 pounds for reference, just on speed and power and climbing ability of this bike. I'm sure some people will be lighter riding it, but I think it could also handle a heavier rider. We've been riding about 4 miles since we started, and we just dropped our first bar of battery. We had 5 bars, now we're down to 4. So I don't know how long the range will be, but it's good to know. We're doing pretty good, and I've been doing some of those high speed runs. All right, so you guys saw that top speed run. We were able to get 30 miles an hour on that slight downhill. That's really good for the price of this bike. It does slow down pretty drastically when you do hit a hill, which I talked about before, but the bike, it's pretty good. I'll give it that. Like, for that $800 to $900 price range, it's really not too bad. The fit and finish is a little cheap. Doesn't feel quite as premium as obviously the more expensive bikes out there, but for one of the least expensive bikes you can get and have it still be able to go upper 20 mile an hour on flat is pretty awesome. It does have the front and rear suspension. I haven't talked about that. It is It's pretty cheap feeling. I mean, it does move, and I think it will take the edge off of some of those road bumps, potholes, and things. It's definitely beneficial to have. All in all, I think this bike is worth the buy if that's how much money you have to spend. If you have more money and you're gonna ride your bike a lot, I recommend spending more, but this is gonna do it. I mean, it's gonna cruise around the neighborhood. It's gonna be fun to get out. It's quiet, it's smooth. I like the twist throttle. So head on over to Amazon, get yourself a JANSNO. I think you'll be pretty happy with it. All right, guys, we've been out for about 8 miles on this test. We're gonna head on back to the house and go over our final thoughts on this bike. We'll see you there. All right, we just wrapped up our first ride on the JANSNO electric bike. We did about 9 miles, 15 kilometers, and like I said, we hit that top speed going down the hill of 35 miles an hour, which is super awesome. On flat, we're getting like 26, 28 miles an hour on GPS. So far this bike, I mean, it'll get you around the neighborhood. I don't know how long the battery life is. I think we used about half of it on that ride. So you might very well be able to get 20 miles on a charge, which is pretty good for a bike of this price. The fit and finish is a little on the lower end side. It does feel cheap in some areas, some places, but I think for the value of this bike, for the price that you pay, it's easy to get on Amazon. I think it's worth the money if this is the type of bike you're looking for. If you have more to spend, I would recommend spending more, get yourself a little bit nicer bike if you're gonna be riding it frequently. If you're only gonna take it out every once in a while around the neighborhood, this is gonna be a great bike for you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel, and if you're interested in the JANSNO, check that description as well and head over to their Amazon store, pick up one. We'll catch you guys next video. See ya.